What's up, guys? Another week, another rubric for you. Thanks to our family for supporting us. Look who's back.
Yes.
Ryan's back. See, I promised you guys. Last week he was a little injured.
A lot of seizures.
Yeah, he got a concussion. He had to be out. The WWE
That's protocol.
medical staff didn't allow him to be in the show, and we want to say hi and thank you to Jean-Paul Eck.
Yes.
For his contributions for the videos.
Thanks for stepping in.
But now Ryan's back, and we have more rubric for you guys. So thanks for the people that watch. And this week we're gonna just it hasn't been a really busy week, wrestling wise. After the events of NXT Cardiff and All Out, it hasn't been too much news. Although there's a lot of hype with what is to come. So we're going to give you like a rundown of a few things that we think they were interesting for our fans they want us to discuss this. So we're going to go through them. But see, if you're wondering, Ryan is surrounded by, and me, and we're surrounded by gold. So if you subscribe to the channel, we have a few titles that we could give away.
There's a lot of them here. I have a European title.
United States WCW Championship.
There's all sorts of belts.
We have this one. We have WCW World Heavyweight Championship held by Sting, Ric Flair, Randy Savage,
all sorts of them.
Hulk Hogan,
So
Goldberg. This is the one. With this, also he held both. We have a European Championship held by Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
The best in the world, Shane McMahon.
Yes.
And X-Pac. What a great wrestler he was.
The 1, 2, 3 kid.
1, 2, 3 kid, Sean Wallman. And we have the Wind Eagle, right?
Beautiful title. Debuted at WrestleMania 4.
Yeah. We have Macho Man Randy Savage won this championship.
Yep.
Yeah, in WrestleMania 4, beating Ted DiBiase. In the tournament for the Bacon WWF Championship.
Yep.
So if you guys subscribe, let us know. We have a few shout outs. Oskino Figueroa.
Yes.
He always watches the show, so there you go.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for your support, Oskino.
All the comments, we appreciate it.
We appreciate it, bro. You're great, and this one is for you. So Ryan, we're gonna start the show talking about a thing that I've seen at every wrestling page that I go to. That is Ric Flair threatening to sue WWE over the man.
The man gimmick.
The gimmick, the trademark of the man, of the saying, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. What are your thoughts about that, my friend?
Well, I know Flair is very used to living a very wealthy lifestyle, and over the past several years, he's, I think, done a lot of things to try and continue to live that kind of lifestyle, so I think that's just another kind of way to make money. I think that's his way of trying to do that. I don't think he has, to me, that's just him. I don't know. He continues to go through life trying to cling to, what he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just another cheap shot at WWE, in my opinion.
So Ryan, do you think that, for example, he's doing this mainly money, or because he wants to protect his legacy, he's protecting Charlotte's legacy? What do you think is his real, motives here?
To me, it's a little of both.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he thinks, in my opinion, I think he has a real ego, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a little bit of that, with to be the man, you got to beat the man, no matter what it is, if it's just going to be, the jet flying thing, whatever it would have been him.
Whatever catchphrase that he has.
It would have been that, him coming out doing that. But I think it's also the money. I think he's always going to be somebody who he lives a very lavish lifestyle, wants to live that.
Or he's used to it. His whole life he's been living under those situations. Like you told me, $1,000 suits.
Yes.
Rolexes. Rolex, expensive
limos.
shoes, limos, private jets all the time. So, yep.
Yeah, so I think he's very used to that. So he's, now that he's older and he's gone through so many divorces, alimony, different things like that, he had to switch his lifestyle, and he's not able to live that lifestyle anymore.
Yeah.
Now Charlotte does make quite a bit of money, I'm sure. She's not making what the men make, which is unfortunate. I think the women should make equal pay, especially since this past year they did outperform the men in many ways, but she's not making what the men make, and to me she shouldn't have to support Rick in any way.
Yeah, I will agree. I can absolutely agree to that.
But in a way, to me, I pointed this out, I think, to you. I think Rick also thinks, he saw what happened with Hogan. Hogan made all these
a ton of money for the lawsuit
that he had. So I'm thinking that's spinning through his head as well. Again, this is only my opinion. You guys can have your own opinions as well. But Flair, I think, is always thinking for himself, and that's my take on it. I think this is his ego as well as greed coming into play.
Yeah, I will say I think it's interesting to mention if he would have wanted to do this, he should have done it sooner, because this gimmick by Becky Lynch of the man is already a year that she's been using that. So to me, I think it's a little later, a little too late for him to just come out and say, "Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to sue them because it's my gimmick." And I don't really think that he has that phrase or everything trademark. He doesn't have the patent for that.
I highly doubt it.
So
he was using that for what, throughout the 1970s, 80s, stuff like that.
Yes.
It went through, let's see, the NWA, through WCW. He used
a little bit of when he won the Rumble. He used that.
He used it in WWF.
Yeah.
So I mean, to me,
when he won.
Yeah. So
he got this title right here. So,
I mean, for all I know, he could have it, trademarked, but I don't think he does. I have not done my research on that, but I don't imagine WWE is that stupid where they would.
If they will know,
yes.
If they will know that there's a patent or a trademark, knowing how much they trademark,
exactly.
How much they like to protect themselves, or actually try to prohibit or not allow other wrestlers to use those catchphrases of theirs, not knowing that Ric Flair has that too sweet.
I mean, exactly. The thing they did with that, where they trademarked that, so the Young Bucks couldn't use it. I mean, they're very intelligent. They're not going to do that.
And they're very intelligent and petty in a way, because, for example, you were the one that told me in our years of our friendship that Cody Rhodes is not even allowed to go by Rhodes because Rhodes is actually owned by the WWE, and that's why every time in AEW he goes by Cody.
Yep.
So he's not able to use his father's last name, his father's wrestling last name. It's a shame.
It's a shame.
It's
It's very petty by WWE.
It's a shame.
To me, they should let him at least use the name because of his father, where Dustin Rhodes can use his name because that's not trademarked.
Yes, because they only did that to be petty to Cody.
Oh yeah.
Because Dustin was at that time Goldust and he was working under WWE. So for that reason, I feel that I think there's not such thing as a patent for the man, or to be the man you got to be the man.
No.
Because it's used in every sport. He's never using every sport. He was using the NFL. He's using hockey, any sport, anything that there's competition involved. There's that phrase being used. So I think Ric Flair is just, for me, it's too late if he's seeking money, or if he's seeking any kind of motive to favor himself. One thing that I see and see connections is he's not, like I told you, he's not involved in any of the WWE 2K advertisement commercials. So I feel that there has to be something there. There has to be some kind of misconnection. I saw the whole TMZ interview that they did, and he said that I let Hunter know. And again, what to me is funny, and this is just a parenthesis, why they call him Hunter?
Even and this is outside of WWE. They call him Hunter. I don't know why they do that.
His name is Paul Levesque. He's not Hunter Helms Hamsley. He's like, I told Hunter. Some people forget that his real name is Paul Levesque. He's not Hunter. Triple H his real name is not Hunter.
You might as well call him Terrorizing.
I said call him Terrorizing. And I remember, and this is again a little bit off topic, but it should be just Terrorizing. But anyway, Flair goes and says, I talked to Hunter about it. And at first, I liked the idea because it was related to my daughter.
Yeah.
So use the man to go against me because it's my daughter and everything. But as it kept progressing, supposedly it kept pissing him off more and more and more and more and more. But to me, it's kind of like for Flair to be a little bit, I want to say like hypocritical. Because like he's been in WWE like a few times already. He was at WrestleMania. He was involved in the storyline between Triple H and Batista.
But again, with him coming back, he always gets paid money. So to me, he always does something for himself, for a gain.
So that is, yes.
It's always about gain.
So we're saying that unfortunately, Nature Boy is influence, main motive, just green.
Yes.
And it's not green card for the ones that like want to say that. No, is money.
Yes.
Okay, so to me, it's just a kind of like a petty story.
Very.
It's come on, it's like, I mean, in WWE want to stop that. To me, it's run its course.
It has. I mean, especially after the whole Rollins deal, where he was wearing a shirt that I'm the man of the man or something like that.
The man's man, yeah.
Right?
The man's man.
You know, that to me was very, I mean, that
killed it.
Well, that killed that gimmick, that killed Rollins, that killed everything.
That killed everything.
So to me, she should just be going back to Becky Lynch. Don't be no man gimmick or anything.
Just Becky Lynch, a badass.
Right.
A badass. Yeah, you don't need, for example, like, and we always compare, we shouldn't, but it ends up kind of those conversations along Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
He didn't use the man.
No.
He was just Stone Cold Steve
He was just Austin, and he was a badass.
Yeah, and then everybody said he's badass.
So, to me, she doesn't need a gimmick to
be badass.
She doesn't. And to me, and this is only my opinion, but her wear and tear, is, on the audience is just, I don't think she has a connection anymore.
Yeah.
It's all gone. It's not authentic anymore. Everything's gone. And to me, I think Ronda, if you bring Ronda back, okay, she's probably due back for October for SmackDown.
Yeah.
On Fox. To me, she could really be more of the badass character that you need. If you want, you're never going to have a Stone Cold. I'm sorry. Nobody is going to be a Stone Cold. They were comparing Becky as, the Stone Cold.
The new Stone Cold.
With the women's division. You're never going to have a Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is going to be a Stone Cold. Okay? Daniel Bryan got Stone Cold-like reactions with fans.
But he was never able to pull up, to be a badass.
No.
To me, Daniel Bryan was more like an underdog.
But to me, and I'm even saying this, okay? I'm saying nobody's going to have the type of interaction with the fans and lasting interaction that Austin has with the fans, ever.
Yeah, I will say that. I can agree to that, yes. Because, again, the character that he had, he was so, again, badass. So you didn't know what he was going to pull out. He didn't need to do face-type things to be a face.
No.
Like even the finger,
That's what resonated with the audience.
Yeah.
He was a blue-collar, kind of just beer drinking. That's what got him over with everybody because he connected with regular day people.
Yes, he will do stuff that regular people will do.
And that's that's kind of to me what Daniel Bryan. That's how he got over. He was the underdog, the regular Joe. But again, that's not going to. He's not everlasting like Austin. He didn't have moments like Austin did that got him over.
Yeah.
So
for that, to me, Becky, the whole storyline, very quick. How do you think this thing with Sasha Banks and Bayley is being performed? Do you like it? Are you okay with it? Do you think that they've been doing the right steps to make Sasha and Bayley heels, and in a way make Becky a little better in her run as WWE a women's champion.
I don't know that it's portraying Becky any better.
Are they doing any favors to her?
I wouldn't say to Becky. I'm enjoying right now Bayley and Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying seeing Charlotte get her ass kicked. I think anybody's enjoying that because Charlotte gets whatever, you take...
This is all the titles
right?
that she has.
You take every single title here, and it's pretty much like this, okay? They just go like this, and they say, hey, here you go, Charlotte, and they just hand it to her, okay? To me, as a fan, I'm tired of that, okay? You gift her a title shot every single time, every pay-per-view, she has to be in a title match. People are tired of that shit. So when Sasha turned heel on Becky Lynch, and Bayley turned heel on, and the whole thing happened, and, I think that was, very refreshing.
It was refreshing, yeah. It's different. It's different. Like, you will never imagine Bayley grabbing the chair and start, hitting Becky Lynch.
But she needed it.
But do you agree with me? When you see the footage, you see that even Bayley was having issues doing the chair shots.
Well, that's because, okay, as a character, she's never been able to work outside of the whole hug thing and smiling and, now as a heel, a lot of, I think in her mind, she's not going to be able to connect with the children of the audience and stuff like that.
She doesn't need to,
She doesn't. But I think in her mind, she does because it's in her head right now with all the WWE stuff that's going on for the past... eight years that she's been there, that she has to go and hug children. She has to be there. To me, no. I'm tired of that. As a fan, and especially being a male, you want to see women, be good, be entertaining. To do that, you have to be able to be a heel. You have to be able to be a babyface. You have to be able to transition and do all that different.
To do both, yeah. You have to be able to progress.
And Sasha can do that because she was just fantastic as a heel in NXT.
Yes.
I saw her and Bayley feud in NXT. She went to a little girl in NXT who was wearing,
the Bayley.
It was
Bayley's
something.
Attire.
Bayley's something, and she took something off of this little girl and threw it on the ground and stepped on it and made the girl cry. I laughed hysterically, okay? You may think that that's cruel to me, but that's what a heel's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look at Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is a heel, okay? He has kids, okay? There was a Kevin Owens fan that wanted, an autograph, and he, took the pen and threw it on the ground. Heels are supposed to do that.
MJF just did that.
Right?
With a kid, yeah.
You're supposed to do that shit. As a heel, you have to play the character.
Yes.
You're supposed to piss off parents.
Yes.
Okay? I don't care what you're thinking. Okay, you might think I'm an asshole, but that's your character.
You always say, and you always remind me about how Ted DiBiase pulled out the character.
Yes.
With the kid, he will be bouncing the ball.
He said, I'll pay you $100 if you can bounce this ball 100 times. He get to 99 and he kicked the ball.
Oh.
He kicked the ball and the fucking people will be so pissed.
And the kid starts crying.
Oh my God. It was beautiful though. He was such a great heel. Ted DiBiase, no doubt. I think he should have had a title run. No doubt. And for those of you who say he had a title run because Andre the Giant went, Ted DiBiase, where he didn't speak any damn English and he just forfeited the title to Ted DiBiase, that is not a title run.
Yes.
He should have had a title run, because he was such a great character and he was a decent wrestler.
And that's one of, those were kind of the wrestlers that show us how to be a heel.
No doubt.
That they lived the character.
No
they were
doubt.
24/7. Ted DiBiase, the heel. The $1 million man.
No doubt. One of the best.
That to me concludes this part of the news when it comes to Flair. We think that he's just doing this for money. Unfortunately, Nature Boy has this kind of characteristics that he needs a little bit of income going in. And I feel that to me, again, too late to come up with this situation. It should have been done right after she started to using that man.
Yeah.
And for us, Becky Lynch, she has lost a little bit of momentum. Hopefully, this rivalry with Sasha turns out to make her a little better.
I would like to see that. If not, I'm hoping they bring Ronda back. To me, Ronda's the one who needs to dethrone her.
Extremely quick, Ryan. What do you think about WWE moving Ronda to the alumni section? Is that an indication that Ronda is done? Or is just a work for make people think that she's done and then she will come back eventually?
I'd like to think that it's a work.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think it's a work right now because you don't sign somebody like that to a multi-year deal.
And then you only let him perform 1 year.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you don't do that. You know, in the end, it could be simply because they wanted to have the women main event
At
at WrestleMania a year. They weren't ready. That's only my opinion. We were there. We saw the match.
We were there.
It was
second row.
It was not a good match. But, you know, to me, Ronda was the reason, obviously, that they main evented. And to me, Ronda was, you know, a very key part for that women's division being on fire. As soon as she left, that thing crumpled to the ground.
Look if everybody's talking about it now. They don't know. They don't care.
So,
they don't care.
You know, to me, she is the key part to making the women's division
credible
and coming back.
And also like giving them a main event spotlight is Ronda Rousey, because she elevated Becky Lynch and Charlotte.
No doubt.
See, she's gone, and now both of them completely, once again, they look exactly like Sasha and Bayley. Like, they look normal.
Yeah.
They look like a Amber Moon. They look like Lacey Evans. You don't see like a, you know, like a level that is above the regular wrestlers.
To me, the women's division is right where it was before Ronda came in.
Yes.
They're lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, lost in the shuffle. It doesn't matter with the talent that they have.
Yeah.
But in why is that? Because they don't portray the talent right. So anyway, moving to something else. Talking about works. Ryan, the AEW World Heavyweight Championship gets lost. Ayatollah Rock and Roller Bubbly, Chris Jericho, loses the title, and he launches a worldwide research for it. Is that a work or no?
To me, it's a work. Now, don't get me wrong. Anything can be lost. Okay.
Tell us your experiences in airports.
Airports. Okay. I am physically handicapped. Anytime I go into the airport and I have to board onto a flight, they treat me like I'm the Unabomber. Okay? They pat me down, they swab my brace, they swab my damn hand like I'm carrying a bomb onto the plane. Okay? They make me go through a thing where it's a cyclone.
Yeah, and then they scan you.
Okay? There's all sorts of shit that I have to go through. Okay? They actually think, I think they think I'm part of like Al-Qaeda or something. I don't know. I don't think I look like I'm going to bring a bomb onto a plane. Okay? But because I wear a brace and because my arm does not work.
Done.
Okay? They have to swab it so it burns like hell. And then they have to, you know, do all sorts of shit to my brace. You know? So it's ridiculous. But I could legitimately see something getting lost because they treat your luggage like shit. But to me, it's a work because they found the belt on like the side of a road or something.
Yeah, and in one city, yeah, they found it like, and it took one or 2 days,
right?
Yeah.
So to me, no, it's completely a work. Plus, then you have Jericho, who gets the title back, and then he's in a hot tub.
Yeah,
drinking champagne and stuff. No, it's a completely.
Yeah, he was launching the research in a hot tub, and then the next day, right away, he's with a title like this, and he's like, "Oh, for you." They found it. It was fine. To me, it's just a work by AEW, and it's fine. I mean, at least they keep their name in vogue. Yeah. They keep their name relevant. Do I agree with it? Okay. It seemed a little like shady from the beginning. Like, how can you lose your title?
Yeah.
Or like people were saying, don't they have a duplicate?
Well, see, that's the thing with a title right now. I get that you want your regular first ever title to, you know, be a part of, you know, your business. You don't want to lose it. But nowadays, you can always make another one.
Make so many of them.
You know, like
look how many.
You see how many titles I have. You can make a freaking title for nothing now. You know.
And these ones were supposed to be relevant. They mean something.
Yes.
These titles actually meant something.
This title is what they should go back to for the U.S. title.
Yes.
Okay. And these titles right now, these are the beautiful titles. Okay. I have even the undisputed title I have, and I don't even have it here sitting here because it's wrapped up that I bought at WrestleMania.
It's too beautiful for him that he will not open it.
No. I will not even disclose how much I spent at WrestleMania.
And we will not disclose that info unless you become members of our Patreon thing. No, we don't do that. We don't ask for money like other broadcasters, other podcasters also do. We will not ask that. But we will not disclose that amount. But going back again.
So, no, yeah. To me
it's just a work. It's just a work. It's just to, like, Jericho is this kind of guy that, like, loves to, like, troll with people. He enjoys trolling people.
No doubt. No doubt. But, I mean, to me, it's a way to continue a storyline to keep AEW relevant in the news.
In the news, yeah. And something that I couldn't talk, I didn't mention anything with John Paul Eck. Your thoughts, Ryan? CM Punk did not show up at All Out.
To me,
Starcast, he was there, but
I'm not surprised. We mentioned it on our podcast before, but I'm not surprised. The man said, you know, I'm not going to go back to wrestling. Okay? He was never formally offered a deal. Okay? I certainly don't believe that. Okay? If they approached him, okay, he was going to be offered something by Tony Khan. Now, you know, texting and stuff obviously is not being formally offered a deal. So if he was not formally offered something, then he was not approached by Tony Khan, obviously. So, to me, if he's going to ever come, the biggest moment to me would be, it would have been All Out, but now it would be showing up.
The first show.
First show.
AEW, yeah.
It would be the first show on television.
There's a lot of things that were said during that. He said in one of the things, I do not have any more animosity toward WWE.
Mm-hmm.
If they will ever reach out, I will answer the phone.
For me, if they want to bring him back, I've heard many people say it. Even JD said it. And I think it's a smart idea. If they want to bring him back, it's through mending relationships that they did other ways. It's through the video game.
It's through the 2K saga.
It's
2K series.
It's through the 2K game, and it's through DLC. Okay, they did it with Sting. They did it with Goldberg. They did it with Ultimate Warrior.
Kurt Angle.
They did it with all those people. Why not do it with Punk? There's nobody left that you can do DLC with.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the DLC right now, you've already done everybody with the DLC.
Yeah, and then if you do anybody, they're dead.
Yeah.
Like China.
Yeah.
Like China, yeah.
You know, you've already done everybody with DLC right now. So, to me, he's the only one relevant right now that really could boost your sales.
That really could, like, even you could go ahead and, like, use him as the cover.
Yes.
Of the video game. Because we'll touch this in a pretty upcoming video. But I will say, yeah, that will be an easier way for you to get to Punk. But also he said that, like, if AEW reaches out to him, he will think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a matter of which one will get him.
For me,
he seems a little interested. I can see he's not completely shut down. He's made moves that he never did before.
To me, I don't think he was ever completely shut down. Okay, to me, he was emotionally drained because of the way WWE treated him.
And he was pissed.
Yes. But anybody who goes into a sport like that and loves it, okay, like Phil Brooks, is going to miss it. So to me, the man will come back to any sport like that. Professional wrestling, he will definitely come back if offered the right thing. Right now, he is in love with his wife. He's enjoying his time with AJ Lee. To me, he would come back, I think. And I think she would too.
And that would be great for both divisions.
If offered the right deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're looking at a part-time thing.
Yeah, you don't need CM Punk on like a regular basis anymore.
So
His time, and I'm not saying that his time has passed, but I'm saying like his time as a full active. You're too big of a name to be every single show in it. There's main shows, and this time he gets the wins.
Yeah.
That's the way for me to mend that relationship. He becomes the part-time guy, and the full-time is put him over.
Yeah.
The cycle goes the other way.
The other way.
Time. Yeah, because he had legit reasons to leave.
No doubt.
When he lost to Undertaker on 29, I mean, I love Undertaker over CM Punk. I will say it. But I understand that the guy that needed the win was CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Lesnar. We mentioned this match throughout the history of our show. The Rock. Yeah. He hated to give the title to The Rock.
Well, especially during a title reign that lasted that long.
That was over a year. He hated the fact that he had to drop it to The Rock. He said it should have been any other name. I would have dropped it to any active wrestler in the roster, but not The Rock. Why do I need to lose to him? So I feel that's I think that there's some approach, there's some movements that we can see him. We can see the return of CM Punk. I don't know how soon we're gonna see that, but I can see that the steps have been taken to prepare for his return.
I think it's in place.
What promotion is he's gonna end up with? That's the big question mark.
I think it is.
Because we don't know what promotion is going to be able to completely convince him to do a return. Mm-hmm. And whatever promotion he's in, we might see AJ Lee in that promotion also. Which it will be great because AJ Lee could elevate AEW's women's division in a way that no other wrestler can.
Well, no doubt, because that would be their first big name.
Yeah, that would be the biggest name in their whole history. Because there's nothing to, there's no history yet.
Well,
so
no.
That will be completely AJ Lee will be the flag, the woman that carries the flag of that division.
But if she comes back then to WWE, to me, everybody wants to talk about the women's revolution or whatever, and how Bayley and Sasha and stuff like that. To me, AJ Lee's the one who started the women's revolution.
Oh, yeah.
She was the one who began,
cutting good promos,
starting wrestling, doing different things that was outside of the box, different,
she stopped
from other divas.
The valet. Or having the GM, general manager role. She wanted to wrestle, and she cut one of the best promos in current WWE.
No doubt. It was very similar to what Brooks did with the pipe bomb.
She had her own pipe bomb right there. She had her own pipe bomb. He had his own pipe bomb. Both pipe bombs fell in love. They're together. So it will be great to see. And this, talking about women, we're going to switch gears to the next topic, theme, news that we have. And Ryan posted this on our show, on our page on Facebook. And is Nylah Rose. AEW #1 contender for the women's championship, being called some kind of slurs, right? Because of her sexual orientation or sexual tendency, however you want to call it, preference. There you go.
Yes,
he reported that, so he's gonna elaborate a little more on that.
I posted it. I want to say a couple of days ago. I saw it. I read the whole article. And Nylah Rose is transgender, and apparently a lot of fans were doing a lot of racial slurs at All Out. Cody had I don't think he addressed it before. People had been trying to talk to him on Twitter about it, and I don't think he wanted to touch the subject, which I don't blame him. It's a very kind of
sensitive.
It's
very sensitive. You gotta grab that subject with
You gotta. To me, I don't blame him for tiptoeing around it.
Yeah,
because, I applaud him for signing her because, you know, a lot of people don't want to do it. They have, what is it, Sonny Kiss.
Yes.
And he's another one, you know, where, you know, they're very proactive over there for signing different people.
To giving chances to people that other promotions wouldn't do it.
You know, WWE would not touch them.
Yes.
You know,
mainly for, you know, whatever, where their sexual tendencies, preferences,
so
however you want to call it, mention it.
Yes. So, you know, I saw this article and I thought it was very interesting because a lot of the fans, and I won't say a lot, there were just, I want to say there were, the article didn't specify, but there were quite a few, I guess, that were getting very amped up about the fact that she won the Battle Royal, and then were making racial slurs, or I shouldn't say racial slurs, but whatever you want to call
sexual
them.
slurs.
Sexual slurs.
Sexual slurs, yes.
About, you know, her...
inappropriate, you can call, there you go, inappropriate.
You know...
About her...
About what, you know, she... Whatever you want to say, the transgender remarks and stuff. You know, and it is inappropriate because, you know, she's gotten into this business and is now a wrestler. You should respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? No matter what she is, you know, the fact of the matter is she's a professional wrestler. If you're a wrestling fan, you know, you should respect wrestlers.
And you should judge her, or like, based on her wrestling skill.
Yes.
Skill, ability, gimmick, whatever she does in the ring, you know, people should talk in the ring.
Yes.
You know, what they do outside is their business.
It's their business.
Is whatever they want to do. You know, we shouldn't judge that because, you know, we wouldn't like to be judged.
That's the
what
thing.
we do indoors, you know.
That's the thing.
And we, for example, now that you have the chance, because unfortunately, again, you couldn't be with us last week, but like, don't you think that she deserved to win the Battle Royal?
To me, yes. She's been promoted very much, I think, as their most dominant female. You know, I know they brought Awesome Kong in, but she did not do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And Nylah Rose has been the one promoted as the most dominant one. So to me, she's the one who deserved to win. And that's no question. So to me, nobody should be questioning it. Nobody should be booing her. Nobody should be giving her any trash talking, nothing.
Already putting her down, and you haven't even been able to see the woman.
That's what I'm saying. You know, nobody should be bad-mouthing her at all.
Bad-mouthing her, yeah.
You know, it should be total respect for the woman for being able to even get in the ring.
She's a fan of our business, you know, the business that we love. She's another fan. So I feel that, like, she doesn't need to be trashed in this way.
No, not at all.